listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
What smells so bad?
It's strong, but you'll get used to it. Now, here are your hosts, Nick Stevenson and Naomi Richardson.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast presents a Season 3 review. The season is finally over. If you guys caught the finale on the audio side, we thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow we will be releasing the shit show of the video. It was interesting. You're not going to want to miss it. I don't know. To me, I feel like the people who know us are going to think it's funny. A complete stranger might be annoyed as fuck, but it was a good time. Like, at the end of the day, it was one of the best days of my life, and I'm not using hyperbole when I say that. Like, I had a great time.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time. it was
super
like
fun.
hanging out with old friends.
Right. It may not have translated into the greatest podcast, but it was very fun.
It's cool.
And
it's cool.
like I said at the end, it was going to put my editing skills to the test, and it did. And I feel like I did okay. So we just got done. By the time you guys listen to this, it's probably the Astros should be in the World Series by now. By the time you guys are listening to this, we just watched them win Game 5 of the ALCS in very convincing fashion. And so everybody who was worried about the Astros, man, they're going to be okay. Even if you're listening to this right now and we didn't make the World Series, but I don't want to put that juju out there. But
You just did.
by the time you listen to this, we should be in the World Series. But even if we're not, like, we had a great season.
Keep
And
it
we're
up,
a
Nick.
good
I'm
team.
going to mute that mic.
Who
And,
does that? For
And
real?
y'all fucking leave Joe Buck alone. Okay.
Oh, my God.
So we're gonna get together today and just kind of do a reflection on everything that was season 3. I mentioned this in the finale. Josh, I don't know if it's my headphone or my mic. Let's start with headphone.
What?
That needs to be up.
Your
Let's start with headphone.
Your headphone is as usual.
Yeah, let's just turn it up a little bit because I don't want to be too loud.
Are you
so
getting old?
No, it's fine.
Oh,
I mean, I work at
We're
the
all
plant.
getting old.
I work at the plant, so I might be losing my hearing. Who knows?
Ooh.
So this was a crazy season. We started in April, and is everybody turned up now, or is it just me?
Everybody's
I don't feel like it was that long ago.
Did you turn up headphones or mics?
nothing. I turned up your headphones.
Okay.
You old dad.
No, it's cool. Put it down just a tad. and
Oh,
we're good.
now it's too loud.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And in
we
true
go.
Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
I can hear the air condition in the background. That's not good. Okay, so
Got that good air.
no, so we started in April and we just finished a week ago. It was crazy, man. But we had a lot of stuff going on, and to be honest with you, one of the things that made the finale great for me is that I was very proud that we just made it there.
Ain't that the truth?
Like, I was just happy we made it, and as big of a shit show as it was, when I went to bed that night.
It was our shit show.
Right. I went to bed that night and I was like, babe, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. I was like, but I had a good fucking time. And like,
Yeah, me too.
when you guys watch the video tomorrow, there's a moment in the video where I am clearly pissed off. It is very evident that I'm not happy.
To see this.
It is very evident that I'm not happy. But like, after a while, I'm kind of looking around. Everybody's having such a good fucking time. We're celebrating. And I was like, you know what? I know you guys like to call me a dictator, but I was like, whatever it is, I can edit it. I always think every episode's not going to be good until I sit down and edit. And I'm like, damn, that was really good. And so I told myself, you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to edit it. It'll be fine. Well, it was fucking worse than I thought it was going to be. It was so bad. I text the guys. I'm like, dude, we might need to re-record this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
I thought that's what we're doing right now.
What I ended up what I ended up doing was chopping out like 20 minutes of just burps and farts and slurping beer
This
and,
is an amendment to that episode.
and sucking up snot into their skulls. Like,
Ew.
and even me. Let me tell you what the finale taught me. The finale taught me that we are all excellent in our roles, because you'll see, even sitting back there, like, I fucked up some of the producer stuff because I'm not used to being back there. And Josh, you did too. Don't worry.
No, I did great. I did phenomenal.
There's lots of shit talking in
Josh
the video.
never
so-
messes up.
No, what I will say is I think you hit the nail on the head last week when we were talking about it through our text. Was at the time, I think we all kind of knew it was becoming a train wreck. Like, we all kind of knew like this is not working out. And like right before we started, I'll go back to what I was saying, but like when we just got here today, I was telling Naomi that I absolutely hated the fact that you were so prepared out of all of us.
Yeah.
You were.
Naomi was
I mean,
really
she
prepared.
had papers printed out.
Yeah, yeah.
She had her hair fixed. She didn't look like a little boy. Like everything looked great. And then
Yeah, man.
everybody just shat on it. But what you were saying was, even though we knew it was becoming a train wreck,
Yeah.
it was an enjoyable train wreck. I don't know if that's the right word.
I told my wife, I was like, it was like we were having a party
And we just had to be recording.
and we just hit the record button.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And it
Like
was
on its own, it was a fantastic night. Like it was so fucking. The only
Yeah.
thing I regret is that Kay wasn't here, Clint wasn't here, and Lindsay wasn't here.
Then it would have been a real party.
Right. It'd have been an even bigger shit show. Holy, could you? Because I mean, we had 5 mics and like 20 people in here. It felt like.
we have what you said 5 mics. I think we had 8 people.
8 people, I think. Yeah. And at
Which
one
is the most, which is
part of the challenge.
it's a record.
Yes, it is.
It's a record for our studio.
That is,
so if you would
absolutely.
like to break the 8 people record in our studio,
for sure.
let us know.
Just
And
let us
what
know
the
ahead of
crazy
time.
the crazy shit about that though is that with all those people in here, part of the challenge of the edit is people were having full on conversations with other people who didn't have a microphone. So you were only hearing half the conversation, and then you hear like you couldn't even understand what the fuck was going on. And but we were in here for like 2 hours, so people got hungry. My girl Ashley started eating Skittles and smacking in the microphone. Like, and I was, bro, that's a pet peeve of mine anyway. So I'm sitting there with headphones on. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going
I think
on?
the
I can't
greatest-
wait to put out the video. I hope everybody goes to check it out.
This would be the last tease of it. The funniest thing I thought was when I finally got to sit in our guest chair with the one by you, and you were sitting here, seeing you visibly melt into the seat was a highlight. A highlight. Because I swear, if you look at the video, whenever it comes out, you'll see his skin literally crawling off his body because he is like, I want to fix everything, but I can't. I'm just going to sit here, take my glasses off, and throw it on the desk.
I gave you guys a minute and 30 seconds to move from one chair to another. And it didn't work out.
It was a lot of people.
It did not work out.
Oh.
Every single time we came back from our little break with the highlights, there'd be people running around. I was expecting to see somebody hanging from the chandelier. People are passing drinks. Like, it was a fucking shit show, man. But it was a great time. And I hope you guys will tune into the video and see for yourself. We had a good time.
It was good. It was really good.
So,
Fun time.
I mean, season 3 was a good time. When I was when I was going through and finding clips to use in the best of clips, there were so many. I could only fit a few, and there was a lot of really good moments, man. And I always enjoy doing at the end of the season, going back and trying to find that stuff. And right now, I'm working on a best of Naomi clip, and I'm gonna do a best of Josh and a best of Khan. And going back to listen over again helps you really appreciate like just what we have here, and also it kind of takes you back to what was going on in our lives at that time. Because we did episodes through some controversy this season. And, Josh, you got a chance to talk about that a little bit in episode 55, which is still the most listened to episode of the Smells Like
That's
Noise
what I'm
Spirit
talking
podcast.
about.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah, I thought today we just get together really quick. And first of all, maybe clear up some of the drunken things we said in the finale. If you guys have listened to it, I didn't edit it out completely. I edited out the stuff that was just unlistenable. There's still a lot of shit show stuff in the audio version. And then I thought, we just go through and talk about our favorite times, some of our favorite moments in the season, and then what we learned from this season, and then, what we're looking forward to in the future, because we're just getting started. So, who wants to go first? I made a little.
This is
it's
probably
okay.
the part where I should look at the note you sent us.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your favorite moments of season 3? Let's
Joe
start.
Buck.
Oh my God. We're not going to start with Joe Bug.
That's the specialty segment. No, I mean, whoever wants to go first. Like, I'm really curious to hear from you guys. This is your guys' first full season. Did somebody shit?
No, I think it's what's being cooked downstairs.
I told my wife. Oh my God.
Don't blame your wife.
No.
I was about
No.
to ask if you had a cat because it smells like cat food.
It does. This is not my wife's fault. She told me. I'm like, it's not her fault, and then I'm gonna blame her. She told me to cook the pot roast in the fucking crock pot, but to pour a can of Dr. Pepper inside of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That should work.
It smells like shit.
It smells like cat food.
Bro, I called her in the middle of the day. I was like, something's not right about this. Like, this smells like a dead.
So you smelled it too when he came over? When he came in the door?
I'm just smelling
now
it right now.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
smelled it when I came in, and I thought Callie had shit on the floor, and I wasn't going to say anything. I was just like, it's not right because maybe it is something they cooked, and maybe it's
their
delicious,
dinner.
and I don't want to
Don't
talk.
talk about it like that.
Well, right now it smells like lion knives. Is
Time
what
out.
it smells like.
My wife said, don't season the meat because I planned on putting like chupacabra and putting the rub on it, everything.
It smells like
She
meow
said-
mix.
Oh my god.
She said, don't season the meat and pour a can of Dr. Pepper in there. And I was like, look, man, I didn't want to insult my wife's culture. You know, white people have feelings too.
Oh wow, is that racist?
I'm just saying, man. I've never heard of boiling and essentially boiling a pork roast in Dr. Pepper. I've never heard of
You
that.
can use Dr. Pepper for sure. People
I
use
mean,
all kinds
there's
of
a
stuff.
lot of there's what 23 flavors. So
I was about to say mostly I put
Mostly.
beer or wine in mine stuff.
I've heard of that. I've never heard of using Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you can use Dr.
Anyway, we're totally off subject. I'm sorry. Who wants to go first? Besides my house smelling like cat food, what's your favorite moment of the season?
So many good moments.
There was.
In no particular order, and this I'm going to start with this one just because it's the obvious. I really enjoyed being able to share the table with my wife for our episode. I thought that was
a good
cool. And based on what I've heard as far as feedback from people I know, it helped them with some things, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, on a personal note, I liked Steven and Larry. I thought that was a great one. Great episode. And Ozil.
Fun dad joke contest.
Yes. And
Yes,
Ozil's.
Ozil was good, man.
I like those.
I listened back to Ozil today because I was trying to find some clips from it, and you know, I'm really thankful for. I don't know if you guys saw him, but he's been rocking our shit on his TikTok.
I saw,
on his
yeah.
he's been
And
a
you know-
big supporter of us.
And to going a little sentimental, I think that his episode came perfect in the season that we were in this last season, because I think during that time we were all kind of slowing down. That was kind of near the time when everything was
Yeah.
kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
And I think having that extra motivation
like
from
a shot in
someone
the arm.
else, yeah, it kind of kept us going. I think that's. I mean, I'm not saying that he's the whole reason that we finished the season, but I definitely think he pushed us further than we thought.
I
we were
I
gonna
give
go.
him a lot of credit. And after our finale, I actually texted him and told him as much. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, man, like, because that's part of what he does with his group. They hold each other accountable because podcasting is not always easy. And there's times that outside influences or circumstances in your life make you want to give up. Or maybe you put out an episode you worked really hard on and not that many people listen to it.
Yeah.
That can be discouraging. You'd be like, oh, man, like I thought this was really going to be a good one. And then it, you know, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, what I've learned is there's no rhyme or reason to that.
There's
and
not.
and I can't. That's why I try not to pay attention as hard to the numbers anymore, because you can put out an episode and get, you know, episode 55 really took off, and only about a quarter of those people came back for episode 56. I mean, that's still good. We had over 100 people come back, you know, for that, but we had 400 plus, nearly 500 listen to episode 55. So I try not to go with the get up and down based on the numbers. Just as long as we put out good shit, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And that's really what I'm looking forward to doing in the future. Just keep putting out good shit.
For sure.
And if we're happy with it, that's all we can do. Like, we're going to put it out there, and whether they like it or not, we can't control that.
Yeah,
you
no.
know?
Azil pumped me up, like, made me feel good about this new gig. I was
Yeah.
just kind of like agreed to haphazardly. I'm like, sure, I'll be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Naomi, you've been so good, though, man. And everybody that I get feedback from is like, man, Naomi, like, she's good.
It's worked out.
Yeah.
I still apologize for my annoying voice. It's terrible.
No,
I
your
can't
voice
stand
is
it.
your voice is good.
Sit
Your
down.
voice is good on the radio. I think I think, like I said, what the finale taught us is that everybody really excels in their roles. Even Chris Kahn, his
Absolutely.
role as the wild card, like none of us could do what Chris
I was gonna
Kahn
say
does.
that's one of my favorite things about this season because whenever he did show up, like
Yeah.
we always prepare, and Khan does too in his own Khan way.
Yeah.
But you never know what's gonna come out of his mouth,
Right.
and every single time, like it's hilarious.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
So I like the wild card.
I love the group we have. I think it's great. Can you put your finger on any of your favorite memories from the season?
I love having guests on the show. So all of our
Nikki.
guests, yeah. Oh my gosh, of course, Nikki.
Nikki was great.
Yes. Well, not
I thought
only.
Minnie was excellent, especially
Minnie-
considering what she was talking about.
Absolutely.
Like she was really good.
Yeah.
Your boy Rolando,
Yeah, he was good.
Like Rolando.
he was hilarious and has some great things to talk about. Just everybody, especially the females that came on. They were talking about their stories, and that's some hard stuff to listen to sometimes, but
Yeah.
it needs to be heard.
For sure.
And so I just really appreciated them coming onto the show and talking about their struggles. And,
Actually, I do want to give shout out and give some special love to Minnie because she's actually going through some stuff right now. I know she said her father's in the hospital. I can't believe either he was diagnosed with cancer, somebody in her family was diagnosed with cancer, and I think her brother-in-law recently passed away. So she's been going through some things. And we recently sent her a T-shirt, a customized T-shirt, and she hasn't gotten around to like posting it or anything. But I told her, I was like, I just hope the gift and the message, because the customized on the back, it's a scripture from 1 Corinthians 13:13. It says, these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And then hashtag Universal Agape Love, which is the organization that she works for and that she's really passionate about. I was like, I just hope that's a reminder to you of the blessings. I know you're going through stuff. Trust me, all of us went through stuff. And she was like apologizing for not posting the shirt. I'm like, that's not important. Like,
yeah, for real.
you healing from whatever you're going through, that's what's important. And what I want is for our audience and for the people who are guests, our audience, people who listen, to know that like we support them, we have their back, and really try to humanize what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And
It's our fam. It's our squad.
Yeah, and I think we've accomplished that, man. Like the loyal listeners that we have, like we are tight with them.
Absolutely.
And my goal for next season, I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit, is to expand that. Like I want to do that even more. So
yeah, no, and this would be a great time for anyone watching this. Like, what do you want to see in season 4? Like, we're all ears right now. We're going to
sure.
be planning this shit out. I cannot wait. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
ready to start recording next week again. Let's go.
I cannot tell you how many people have contacted me and be like, I want to be on the show next season.
Yes.
A bunch.
Yes.
And some really interesting and good guests that we could have. So I am looking forward to it as well.
And we've already got a list of sponsors, so if you want to get on that, then
Yeah,
you
for
better contact
Hop
us
on it.
because
Hop on it.
yeah, no, it's been great.
Some of my favorite moments. Okay, I think we killed it with Laughter's the Best Medicine all season. We murdered it. Like every one of those episodes was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Wheel of Spirit, we did good too on
I
those.
do love the
Like,
Wheel of Spirit.
The Wheel of Spirit, we killed it on those. But I think thinking when I was going back and thinking about some of the stuff we were going through, some of our best episodes were like we probably didn't even talk all week because we were dealing with our shit. It was the weeks that our group thread, when we first started it, and most of the time that thing's popping, we're going back and forth talking shit. There was like a couple of weeks where we weren't in that group that at all.
Yeah.
We were not
Yes.
saying anything to
Yeah.
each other. And the first time we talked to each other is when we showed up for the show.
I think it's hilarious. Every single time my phone's like going off, like dring, dring, dring. My husband's like, "What are your girls on now?" And I'm like, "Nope, it's my boys, not my girls."
But you just touched on that, and what's crazy is, anybody listening to the show or watching the show didn't know that we were going through anything.
Right.
It's because when we get in this room, and we always say this is probably the 1,000th time we've said this,
Yeah.
is once we step in this room and close that door and put these headphones on it and get in front of this mic, literally everything outside of these four walls literally does not matter.
Yeah.
Unless it's on headlines or something coming up,
Yeah.
like nothing else matters. Personal life, work, nothing.
Yeah.
And it sounds cliche, but it's absolutely freeing to sit in front of this mic for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever.
It's super
And do it.
refreshing after everything that, just doing the run of the mill, parent adulting bullshit
Right.
day in and day out.
Yeah.
It's nice to sit here and get with y'all and our,
we have a
our
great-
viewers and listeners and just
Yeah,
hang.
we have a great time. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know about you guys, but I've talked about things on this show that I don't talk to most people
Oh, for
very
sure.
easily. Like, you know, when we get in here, one of the things I wanted this show to be is a space where people can feel safe to just keep it real and be themselves. And, you know, even for people who are maybe discovering themselves and don't really know like where they stand on a lot of things, or like come on the show and talk your way through it. Like here's some other people's ideas, and maybe you can be convinced, or maybe it can confirm for you like, no, I don't think I agree with that. And that's the wonderful thing about this platform and about this medium is just the conversations, man. And like I said, I can go back and listen to our episodes and listen to a conversation that I was a part of. I heard it. I know what's said, and still get a kick out of it and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Yep.
But yeah, so my favorite moments were when we were going through some shit, we showed up and we just cut up anyway. And those ended up being some of our best episodes. You know, we
think-
usually had some beverages to go with it too.
And how many episodes could we have recorded just sitting here shooting the shit
Oh, yeah.
without the cameras
Yeah,
or the
for
mics
sure,
on? Oh,
for sure.
So
There's a lot there. You always hear the phrase in like the movie world, stuff left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
If there was stuff recording 24/7 in this room,
Yeah, man.
it is probably some of the best stuff that
If
you
anyone
will
would like to
hear.
make a documentary film about this, sounds like Middle East Spirit podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
No, man, but that's my favorite. So, I don't know. I hope this question is enough of a transition. But what were some of y'all's biggest takeaways from the season? Like, not just about podcasting. Like, I want to know what your guys take, because this was your first season full time being podcasters. What were your biggest takeaways on that, and just like the journey of going through the whole season?
definitely that preparation matters,
Mm-hmm.
and the more prepared you are, just the better conversation, the better flow, and everything. And you know, sometimes I'm kind of like a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person, regardless.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do stuff very last minute, and other times I prepare a lot for. Now I'll make mental
the
notes
finale?
throughout the week. Yeah,
God,
I was prepared.
You really were.
I felt so bad. Sitting right next to you, I was just like, I'm trying my best to keep this on track, but I can't. Cause
I can't.
Next time Mike shows up, we're just bringing the duct tape out. Like,
we'll just have him
worries,
duct
no
tape on the
worries.
wall so that he shows up on the video.
oh man, I'm sorry, but
It's
go
all
ahead.
good. It's all good. Yeah, just preparing and just yeah, making
I
sure
think-
you bring your best to the table.
I think that's an excellent idea, or an excellent sentiment. We've talked about it before, and we've said to our listeners, this looks easy. A lot of times people watch it and they're like, "Oh yeah, I can do that," and yeah, you can buy microphones, you could buy yourself a nice computer, like you could hook yourself, but it takes work to do this, man. I mean, the finale, as much as you prepared, I literally worked for 3 days on the
Yeah.
finale, getting sound, getting, our OBS studio put together. Like, I worked for 3 days almost straight. And then after I had to edit for 9 hours, I was not planning on doing that. Like, what's funny is we streamlined this process to where, like, I can have an episode out after we record, like, in a couple of hours. But that I took my son to school. I came home. I sat there at that desk. My alarm went off to go pick him up. And I realized, like, I didn't pee. I didn't eat. I sat there
That's the
for
dedication we have for you guys. That is
sat there
exactly
for
what we
9
do.
hours straight. So if you haven't listened to episode 55 yet, please go do so.
You better
Please
listen
go
to
do
it.
so. A lot of work went into that shit. And don't
Nick's
forget,
blood, sweat, and tears.
yeah, and don't forget the uncut video. We're gonna put that out tomorrow. What is tomorrow?
The 21st.
Yeah, that'll be coming out tomorrow evening. I think I'm gonna do a live stream so we can get in there and chat. Oh shit!
I can't believe it's almost November.
I know, man. It's crazy.
Bonkers.
Josh,
I have a couple takeaways. I'll kind of bounce off of what she was saying as far as being prepared. I think another thing for me, and this may not come to a shock to some people, but when I joined the podcast, I kind of envisioned myself not only being a producer, but working myself up to the table. but I think I've kind of fallen in love with being back here.
Bro,
I think you're
that
a
is
great
your-
producer.
That is your fucking calling, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like it turned out, it took time, but we fell into our roles.
Yeah, and that's my biggest takeaway is
Yeah.
even though I'm still back here, I'm still in some of the best clips that we've had.
Yeah,
including
yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
So that's one of my big takeaways, and then just like you said, I don't know how you felt joining, but I was like, hell yeah, I'll go over there and sit down and record for an hour and go home.
Yeah.
And that's not what it is.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of stuff that people don't see that goes on behind the scenes, whether we're preparing for the next show or what we're talking about, what we're doing, or we're calling out Con. But but
Yeah.
love you, Con. But no, there's a lot of stuff that people don't see.
Right.
All they see is the work paid off
Right.
when it's listened to. Or
And we get
watched.
complimented a lot. Even Ozil sat at this table and complimented us on the level of professionalism. of
Ozil
our show.
approved.
Right. And the production value. And I know you guys think I'm like a dictator and stuff, but ever since I started this show, that was really important to me because I felt like even when we're small, and we're still small, but people are going to believe your show is as big as you make them feel it is.
For sure.
So if we make sure our production's on point and we're prepared and we're having good conversations and like that's important, at least to me, and I think it's become important to you guys. You guys have begun to understand like that's really important, and I that's what I love about the journey of episode 38 to now. You know what we thought the season was going to be when we started episode 38. To what it became. I mean, we lost an entire host, and
Not just
Had to
not just a part of one of the entire host.
24 hours after we recorded
Yeah.
the very first episode. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
man.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and quit.
I'm over here knocking my headphones off. Yeah, man, and I mean, we faced a lot of adversity. That's why I was so happy during the finale, and it was a party. And my biggest takeaway is number one that I absolutely made the right choice. Me and Chris both made the right choice to the people we brought on this show. My biggest takeaway is that through adversity, we became closer as family. And also, one of the big takeaways I got from this season is that people are beginning to recognize what we're doing and appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And you guys have a lot to do with that because you guys expanded our audience just by showing up and being here. And the fact that you guys share our content and talk about the podcast to people when you're, at home or at work. I mean, that's a big deal. And so the jump that we've made from this season, from last season to this one, you guys are a huge part of it. And I can't thank you guys enough. I know I got pretty emotional I was trying to get emotional in the finale, but Mike kept jumping in and trying to pray over me and shit.
No, I kind of echo what you're saying, Nick. Is that I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. I know that I liked what y'all were doing early on. I think we talked about this before in a later episode, but
Yeah.
I just felt like something was different. It's not like a normal podcast.
Yeah.
And now that I'm part of it, that's very much so. It's not your average podcast. There's, this may, like we all get along on camera and off the mics, but we're literally almost family.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
that. I think that's the coolest
Especially
thing.
after this year. Like I said, this year solidified that even more.
Yeah.
And it's gonna as the years continue, when we got done with the finale and we went outside and Khan was talking to us and he had a real contrite moment where he's just like, I don't have any friends. Like, you guys are it.
Yeah.
And I could tell he was getting a little bit emotional talking about it. So like even though, look, there was times we gave him shit for not being here, and I know he was going through some personal things too that sometimes he found it really hard to not bring to the table, and we all knew when that day was, because when Khan has got some shit going on, everything sucks, everything's stupid, everything's a bad idea.
Yes.
And I told him as much. I was like,
I
bro,
get
like,
that. I get
yeah,
that.
I told him, I was like, bro, like, I can tell when you're right and when you're not right, and when you're right, like, this shit hits, man. Like, it's. And, I don't want to abandon you at the moments where you're not right. Like, I want to encourage you to get back to that place where we created this thing, man. And it's a thing, man, I got to tell you, I was so worried when Chris left, man. and
You were worried.
it wasn't.
Hey, we're gonna have this badass show. And
Right.
There's gonna be 5 of y'all, and it's gonna be great. There's gonna be no extra work, and we got this.
And it wasn't-
Hey, guess what? I quit.
It wasn't.
Then it's just Nick and 3 noobs.
What?
It wasn't that I didn't trust you guys or like, but I mean, Chris was a big part of this show
Absolutely.
for 2 seasons. Like, I would say, you know, and I helped. I remember when we first started, he was in this shell, man, and I kind of helped him break out of it, and I infused him with confidence. And then he just took off. And he did the same thing for me. I was that guy who didn't believe I could accomplish anything. I had great ideas, but I never did it. And he helped break me out of that shell. And the chemistry that he and I had was great, man. And I can go back and listen to those old episodes still. And like, I love them, and they have a very special place in my heart. But what we did this season, man, is special to me. And I'm looking forward to keep doing more. And season 4 is going to be awesome. You guys just be ready. We don't have an announcement on the day yet, but we're working hard to get it back
for
to
sure,
you.
for sure.
All right. So what would you guys personally, individually, like to improve on next season?
Nothing. I'm pretty much perfect.
I'll go first.
Sounds like a Josh answer.
Can we get me out of this little corner desk?
What do
That's
you-
your goal, is to get a bigger desk?
Yes.
What do you want?
All right, sponsors, you heard Josh.
Yes.
We need a bigger desk. So
No.
start pulling out them checkbooks.
For me,
That
it
was
would
a
be
big desk.
It's a huge desk.
girl. If I actually sit with my legs are like this. Because if I sit right, this is what's gonna happen.
Lower the chair.
That's because the wheel of spirit is there.
Lower the
Yeah,
chair.
lower the chair.
My legs aren't even straight yet.
We'll get some cinder blocks up in here and put
Yes.
these up on some-
Yes. My 6-foot self cannot fit back here.
We're going to get him a stand-up DJ booth in the corner.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to stand up. We're not off topic, but I got a stand up desk now at work. Oh my! You know how amazing it is when you get
I
done
want
sitting.
one.
You just put your stool under the desk and hit a button, and it goes right back up to where you were. Love it.
I like that.
For me, as much as I look prepared, I would like to be more prepared when we come in.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to cover a lot of that with my sound drops,
Right?
but be more prepared and more.
To be fair to you, bro, we completely changed the whole system in the middle of the...
Yeah.
Like, completely changed the way everything was done.
And I know y'all can't see this on Facebook, but this is the coolest thing in the world because having this now, I'm not focused on just staring at the screen the whole time anymore,
Right.
which is what scared me a lot. See what I did? I respected you. I didn't burp in the mic that time.
Thank you.
Aw.
Again,
He's already making improvements.
Yeah.
No, but I think just being taking on that role even more.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Just cleaning it up, being a little bit more
like
crisp.
I said in the last part was I found my place and I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
I just want to make it better.
Yeah. Absolutely. What about you, Naomi? What's your... what do you want to do better next season?
As far as, I mean, you know, I feel like you could always prepare more, you know, especially on like topics that I'm not educated on.
Right.
And I came into this thinking that I would sit here and become educated during the show, but I think I would like to reverse that and have a more educated opinion to bring to the table moving forward.
Yeah. I feel you.
I
Are you about
wanted-
to go pee in the middle of the show? No. Okay. Hey, can you move that mic out of the way, too? Because I think you put it in the camera.
I did not put that there.
Oh, I thought you did.
your perfect host.
Oh, that was me?
No, that was the other perfect host.
Oh. It's all
See
good.
how conceited? I said perfect host. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, that was me.
I thought you put it in quotes. That's why I was like, oh, he's
No,
talking shit about me.
dictator host is what you are. Dictator
Oh,
host.
man.
My.
Yeah, I'm with you. For me, what I want to improve on, I think all of us could probably stand. When I do preparation, I can tell the difference. Like, I've prepared heavily for some episodes, and others I just wasn't feeling it, and to me, it showed in the result. And maybe that's my very, very self-critical self noticing it, and maybe other people didn't.
I was about to say, and totally, like, we know what we wanted to touch on that we didn't get to. But
Exactly.
our viewers
Exactly.
and listeners, a lot of them, they don't know any better.
But
so.
for me, I can just tell like when it's not executed, when my questions aren't
sure.
in the right place, or and that's what I want to do better at. I want to do better at now that we have kind of streamlined this process, I really want to do better at marketing and making ourselves visible.
Sponsor.
Yeah, I really want to do a better job of that, and just making more creative content. You know, I don't want to do Wheel of Spirit 5 times in one season. I mean, Wheel of Spirit's great. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm not gonna. You know how excited I got when I opened up my TikTok app. I'm confusing the words today.
Tic Tac movies.
What did I say earlier?
The mukes are mighted.
The mutes are
The
mighty.
mukes are mighted.
I asked Josh to mute the mics, and he's like, he's been drinking a little bit.
The
I've had half a beer.
The mukes,
Half a beer.
the mukes are mighted.
The mukes are mighted. That's a sound drop. You're welcome, Nick. Did that for you, sweetheart.
Oh man.
How cool it was to open up my app and to see our stuff on my For You page.
Yeah,
That was cool
yeah, for sure.
because I don't think I followed the page until I saw that.
Right.
So somewhere, someone algorithm threw that on my page,
yeah.
and I thought that was the
Sweet.
coolest thing.
I'm trying to figure that out right now because we have some of our videos that are popping and others not so much. So
Well, your dad joke is popping.
yeah, it is. there's a couple of them that are popping. The other ones
Do
not
you-
so
do you
much.
remember
So
the joke?
We'll figure that.
Oh, which one?
That was the joke of the year.
Joke of the year.
It's on the soundboard, man. Why
I
don't
know.
you
I have
show
it right here. We're gonna go ahead and get to it.
All right.
What's the difference between a joke and 3 dicks?
What? What?
Your mom can't take a joke. hey, play that one more time so we can get Naomi's ooh in the background. Play that one more time.
All right.
What's the difference between a joke and 3 dicks?
What?
Your mom can't take a joke. Oh my god.
That is not a dead joke. That is just a flat out.
God damn, I was about to give everybody COVID on that joke.
Man.
I'm pretty sure my reaction face just now was the same as it was that night. It was like, ooh. Well, yeah, no, 3 dicks.
Man,
like,
yeah, I definitely, I don't know, and you know, I'd like to expand the audience, and I guess that ties hand in hand with the marketing part. Is this the same thing I asked? What the
Oh
fuck?
God.
What the fuck?
Mom came in with a crunch. She goes, "That is not a dad joke."
That was your mom who said that? Somebody told me that's an uncle joke. Same thing.
uncle joke.
Uncles have kids.
That's an Uncle Jimmy joke.
Okay, if your uncles,
Jimmy.
your uncles have kids, therefore.
Oh
It's a dad joke.
man, I just saw it pop up so quick. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh snap!
See that's what I said, Mama Beard. That is not a dad joke. That's just a straight up joke.
Hey man,
As good as
we
it
were
gets.
we were behind. We were behind in the game. I had to pull out the wild card. I'm too competitive.
Yeah, but everyone's like, I love everyone's individual reaction. So you get Naomi's ooh, and then you get Stephen Chang and go, what?
No, that was you.
Oh, was it me? And said, what? Yeah,
you were
what?
like, what?
And then Stephen and Larry are just like, huh? What? I didn't know we were.
I'm over
I
here
didn't
like,
know we were
ooh,
bringing
I'm
that into that
intrigued.
joke.
It was great.
Yeah, what is
It was great. It was great. So yeah, guys, if you're not following us on TikTok, we do have a TikTok page now. It's
Yes.
at Mid-Age Spirit. You'll find it. We're gonna put all our links in the description to these shows. That way you have anywhere you can see our content, share our content. We'll let you know where to go. Is
not
this the same
dancing in them,
thing?
though.
If I say what are your goals for next season, is that kind of the same question?
Totes.
I don't think.
I don't think so.
Me, because it was,
is.
what would you like to improve on versus your goals? Now, obviously, your goal is to improve, but do you have any personal goals for the season? Like,
My goal
I
is
have
to get
one.
a mini fridge in here.
That's what I'm talking about.
okay, I like that.
No, not a mini fridge. We need one of those ones that has like the corner store ones where you have like the name up top.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking about?
Are you
The
gonna
fan-
carry that up
like
those
a vending
stairs?
machine.
Yeah,
Like it's like a vending machine, but the one that
yeah. I'm trying to get one of those for my.
we need a
If
Snapple.
anybody-
Can we
if
get a
anybody-
Snapple machine in here?
Yeah, if anybody on Facebook has one of those, I'm trying to get one of those to bring my beer cooler so I can just fill it with all different kinds of beer.
There you go.
See,
That's a good idea. All right, so mini fridge. Write that down. That's on the
my
list.
goal. It's gonna be a bold goal.
Uh-huh.
You ready?
Yeah.
For me or you to not edit at all one episode. It's just flawless.
We've done that once.
No.
We did.
Which one?
The very first live we did. Remember the one that came out like 2 hours later?
That was a good one.
That was a good
It was a
one.
good
That's a
one.
good one.
I want to do it again.
There was a couple. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I would love
wanna
that
do
too.
it again.
It's just gonna take practice.
Wow.
And when we get
Mom on here with the burns. I'm just impressed that Josh has areas he wants to improve on.
exactly, because you told your guy at Sonic.
No. So you know what's funny is I'm going to bring in some
I got a meter.
Yeah,
So-
guys, check out episode 55 if you know what we're talking about. Mama Beard told the story of Josh's first job interview. It's fucking hilarious.
It's about
Go ahead.
Sonic. Long story short, the guy asked me if there's anything that I would like to improve on in life, and I said, no, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. So if you're also wondering, no, I did not get that job. But I became a successful real estate agent, so I can't really complain. So what's funny is a couple of days ago, after that episode aired, and some of y'all may have already seen it, Sonic is now pushing, there's ads going out now, which, you know what, maybe it's because of this show, because we talked about Sonic, and that's why it's, conspiracy.
Totally.
She took a screenshot.
We're
of,
influencers, bro.
Yeah, I know. She took a screenshot of the ad, and it's like, this could be your career, blah, 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 blah. And Mom screenshotted and sent it to me. She's like, see, this could have been you if you just would have told them that you wanted to better yourself.
Here you are, a realtor. She's talking about Sonic.
And I told her,
Josh
it's a damn
coming-
good thing I answered that question wrong.
Josh coming through on roller skates.
Oh, man.
Booty shorts. Booty shorts, because it's going to be, was that New Boot Goofing?
Oh, yeah.
Here's your ocean water.
Oh man.
And if you are still sporting the skates at Sonic, you are getting
My goal is for us to finally reach 10,000 listens.
How much do you have right now?
Just under 8,000.
done.
I bet you were going to say
son.
800. I was like, bro.
No, we've got
Bruh.
about 7,500 total listens.
Ooh.
That's not now. We have like almost 5,000 views on our YouTube. Now views on YouTube are sketchy because you could literally click on it for 2 seconds and you'll get a view.
Actually,
I'll take it.
I think they fixed it where it has to be 10 seconds.
Okay.
I think it has to be 10 seconds consecutively.
I'm gonna watch every video I watch just for 9 seconds on
There
YouTube.
you go. There you go.
That's all. Nick
That's
needs.
my
Unless it's my video, y'all better watch that shit.
my original goal was to have 10,000 in the first year, and we fell well short of that. So,
Oh,
but you
yeah,
know, I
well-
learned. I came into this thing with so many delusions of grandeur, and you know, we were going to be Joe Rogan from day one.
We're not Joe Rogan?
According to Khan, I'm the Deer Park Joe Rogan.
Aw.
So yeah, I would like to finally hit 10,000 downloads.
That's wrong. She
I'm
jumped.
keeping that juju in the air. And I would like for us to achieve our goal of being, you know, synonymous with Deer Park. I want Deer Park to know who we are, what we're about. I want us to be in the homecoming parade. I'm putting that juju in the air.
Yes.
We got to have a float on the homecoming parade.
Let's do
Dude.
it.
We could do like a
If
joint float,
Joint flow, what?
maybe with one of our other business partners. Who knows?
Someone that has a cool car.
You know what would be cool is literally have a float with all of our sponsors just attached to
Or
it.
are we gonna do bicycles? We could do bicycles.
I'm not getting my fat self on one.
Yeah. What I want to
I love
float.
you. I love you, Rolando.
You
Let
can
me,
ride bitch on my
I
motorcycle.
want to get a float. I want to get like a.
let me lose some weight first, Rolando, and I'll bicycle with you anywhere.
I want to get like a trailer and like we're on top and like we got our logo and we got our music blasting and
Can we
it'd be
throw
fun.
beads?
Yeah. there
Say,
you
show
go.
me your titties.
So as long
There's
as
kids, it's the whole
if we do that,
Oh.
the music we have to play is as we're coming down Center Street
or the theme
And
music
now-
or the theme music to our show.
for our next float. Our local podcast, Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit Podcast, with their very sensual music.
Yeah, man. Oh
That's
yeah.
nasty.
That's something I can get excited about in a parade. That'd catch my attention.
As soon as you hear that,
And I just want us to keep having a good time and putting out good stuff. And
Done.
I want people to know about it because the people who, you know, there's not. I've discovered that podcasting is still kind of a niche. Not a lot of people listen to podcasts. I mean, there are a lot of people who do, but a lot of people like we know, like, hey, they'll be like, oh, you have a podcast? Oh, that's cool. I don't really listen to podcasts. What's yours about? And I would like to be able to better explain that to them. Like, look, we're just a podcast where we get together. We're middle-aged people for the most part. Close enough.
dude, I'm old now.
Yeah, we're middle-aged for the most part. I mean, nobody's living to 80 and 90 these days.
Who's the oldest on the podcast?
me?
I really hope it's Nick
I'm
and
30.
not me.
I'll be 38 in May.
Okay, I'll be 36 in
I'm the
December.
grandfather. But yeah, I mean,
Khan's only a couple.
we
years
get
older than me.
together and we have a good time and we talk about things that are important to people our age. And we
You're not 36.
In December, I will be. I'm old, yo.
there's nothing wrong with being 36, bro.
No, that was a compliment.
36.
That was called a
36
compliment, Nick.
36
she doesn't
is
look
the
like
new
she's 36.
25.
Maybe
That was
26.
That was totally random. But no, like I just wanted us to keep doing our thing, having a good time, spreading the message, and grow. And yeah, that's my goal for season 4. I have lots of goals for past season 4, but
I want to bring on a bunch of really cool new guests.
Me too.
Like,
Me too.
If y'all want to hear from someone in particular, especially if it's someone local to Deer Park with a cool story, that's what we want.
Also, season 4, I want to bring in some stand-up comedians. You guys are finally getting out there and, you know, honing your craft again. Things are opening up. The original idea for Laughter is the Best Medicine, when I first came up with it in season 1, was we wanted to bring in stand-up comedians and interview them and just have a good time laughing. And I actually in season 1, I talked to multiple. They were like, yeah, man, let's do it. And then COVID happened and everything kind of just started
Let's call
falling
Netflix now and see if we can borrow Dave for a couple of
yeah,
episodes.
man. We're gonna put together a GoFundMe so you guys can help us afford Dave Chappelle.
Heck yeah. Have Dave Chappelle come to Deer Park.
No, man. There's some great local comedians.
is.
And what's sad to me
There's
is
some great local talent in
yeah,
general.
there's not
Yeah.
a lot of. I think there's only one comedy club left in Houston, the Improv. I think everything else closed down.
The Laugh Stop is not open on 45?
That's the Improv.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was called the Laugh.
No, the Improv is on.
No, the
The
Laugh
Improv
Factory.
is at Marquee.
we don't have a Laugh Factory here.
I thought we did.
No, we had Comedy Showcase on 45 and Fuquay.
That's it.
That closed down,
I've seen several
which
comedy
sucks,
shows
man, because they had some good comedians
at
come
House
through.
of Blues. They have several
Well,
ones.
yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
technically,
I
that's not
know.
a comedy club.
No,
And that's
you're
also
right.
where you got all your tickets dismissed, which sucks too.
That is true.
That sucks.
Actually,
doing
one
anything bad.
of our friends, Lisa from Energy Procurement Services, she was telling me that because actually she said she's starting to write a comedy set. Like she wants to try stand up comedy.
Oh yeah.
And I told her, I was like, that's crazy because I'm actually working on a 30-minute set myself. This is the first time I've told anybody.
Oh, that's
that
my
in
girl.
public.
Let's go.
What?
But yeah, I started writing a 30-minute set. What I realized is that you don't understand. 5 minutes is a long time. Like I wrote a bunch of jokes. I'm like, dude, that's at least 20 minutes. And then I practiced it. It was literally like 3 minutes long.
I
I
think
was like, God
the
damn.
timing has so much to do
Yeah,
with it.
for sure,
you know,
for sure.
so.
But I've always like felt like I was a semi-funny guy, and I have funny experiences. So I was like, that'd be cool to try. And not Laugh Factory, but Comedy Showcase used to have open mic night every Wednesday.
Yes, it did.
And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then COVID happened. But no, I love going to comedy. So I want to bring in. I'm gonna talk to some of the comedians I talked to in season 1. I want to bring them in here, just have a good time cutting up, having fun, and help promote them, and then promote us. Next season I want to cross promote and talk to other podcasters, get them to come in studio, and us go on their shows. Like that's another goal of mine. So I got a lot of goals for season 4. We'll try not to bite off more than we can chew because I've done that in the past.
Oh
and
no,
it's a
I'm going
recipe-
for it. I'm going.
It's
all
a recipe.
in.
Well, now we have more chewers, so that's good.
Yes. And something I've learned through our lovely for those of you that are listening, that was our guest today. That was Whitney. She just wanted to drop by and say hi. I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to the season 3
No,
review.
heck no. Heck no. I forgot what I was going to say, but
You were on point with whatever you were saying.
dude, I was feeling it.
We were talking about comedians.
So the one thing that I learned during COVID and all of our craziness, I'm a firm believer in you speak it into existence. And so, however long, since we're not editing this, I can say the time now. This 55 minutes that we've been sitting here chatting,
Yeah.
It goes by so fast.
it does. We are speaking next season into existence. I'm not saying now that season 4 is going to be better than season 3.
Well,
Let's do
season
it.
4 is going to be the best season.
Let's do it.
Yet.
Let's do it. You guys know I'm all for that. To me, I've got a lot of sentimental things going on with our previous seasons, but I want the exact same thing you guys want. So it is going to be the best. So I know I did this. You got something else?
I got one more thing.
Yep.
And I also here's my goal. Because we're going to do a Solapses again, aren't we?
Slum Aspies?
The
Yes.
Slaspies.
Okay.
At episode 100.
My goal, no, not 100.
Yes, it's a semi-centennial.
Okay, so for my goal for the next one is that Clark doesn't rent anything.
Okay, that's good.
Nothing.
That's a good
Love you, Clark.
plan. That's a good plan. Love you, bud. I like that plan. No, I did this on our finale,
Bro goals.
but I would like to thank last year's sponsors once again.
Mama Beard coming in with, how about some more conspiracy theory topics?
It's a good idea, Mama Beard. We
If only we had something like that on the show that we could do that with.
it's a very good idea.
We'll have to brainstorm some of those and see
Yeah,
if that's
it's a very
something.
good idea.
No, I think we should. That should really be a really important topic we do next season.
No,
For
I
sure.
agree. Like we're
I
gonna be,
love
we gotta get
conspiracies.
conspiracies popping. I agree with that
Yes.
100%. Everybody who tuned in on the chat, Mama Beard, we love you. Thank you so much. Whoever else tuned in, and everybody who watched this on Facebook Live, we thank you so much for tuning in. It'll be available on all of your podcast platforms tomorrow, and YouTube video will probably go up tomorrow as well. And you guys look out for the uncut version of the finale as well. I want to thank our sponsors, even though technically this is not a sponsored episode. Stephen Terry, Pest Elimination, Amity Innovations, Myriad Mobile, Sarah Copeland of Urban Soap Bar. I want to thank the Golden Touch Events, Angie. I want to thank Retha from Girls to Mom. Then we got Josh Beard Realtor, Keller Williams. You're still Keller Williams, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am
And
Keller Williams.
The one and only Naomi Richardson of Richardson Design Works. You want to show off your T-shirt a little bit?
Oh yeah, give everybody a tease.
Yeah, Richardson Design Works.
Turn a little bit more. No, for real. You're not in the. Turn a little bit. Turn a little
She's
bit.
in the-
There you go. Perfect.
There we go. RichardsonDesignWorks.com. That's WERKS. Richardson is RICH.
Be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, you're gonna see them everywhere. You guys go get yourself one, and support. Naomi. Support all of us, man. The tip jar. We'll have the link in the description as well. If you guys enjoy our show, you want to leave us a little something. It could be as little as $1. It could be as much as 100, I think.
And I'll say this
Gives you an
because I
option.
did. If you're not in our group, I suggest that you do, because if I see you, I'm starting this as well. When I first said it, if I see our sticker or any kind of
Merchandise.
I will take a picture of it, and if you can prove that was you, I will personally send you a T-shirt of your size for free.
Yes.
What if you catch them in a T-shirt?
I will send you a hoodie.
or a coffee mug?
Also,
Coffee mug.
I will extend that now here. For every $10 that we earn in our tip jar, I will give away a T-shirt.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Every $10.
And
in
he's
tip jar.
talking about our Facebook group, the Spirit Sniffers. If you're not a part of that already, get on that. What are
Yeah.
you waiting for?
Yep.
Yeah, and we honestly, the last season, we didn't utilize that page as much as we should with sharing and everything. But that's why we brought you guys in from the ground floor back in 2019 when we were nobodies. I mean, we're still nobodies, but
The Spirit Sniffers is an extension of our
It is.
table, is what
absolutely,
it is. Yeah.
that's how you become a part of the podcast.
Yes.
So-
you get on
Absolutely.
Spirit Stiffers, you tell us what you want to talk about, or just start a conversation, and we'll sit
Share
there.
some crazy memes or
Yeah,
some crazy
absolutely.
stories or something you want me to say on headlines. Whatever you want. Put whatever you want in the group. That's what it's for.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, I mean, within reason. Don't be crazy.
as I said, I'm gonna clarify. For every $10 that we get in the tip jar,
$10.
I will. Yep. Every $10 we get,
We'll
we'll
give
give
away a
away a T-shirt. And if I see you wearing or repping anything that we sell, sticker, T-shirt, whatever, if I take a picture of you and you have it on and you can prove that it's you, we will give you a T-shirt or hoodie.
Okay, so if you see a strange man in the corner taking
Yeah.
a picture of you, it's Josh.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'll be in the dressing rooms.
Oh, God.
All right, man. This was really fun. I'm glad we did this. Here's one more thing. I kind of edited our video. One edit I did in the video. I feel like we should clarify this because we were drinking a lot in the finale. Remember? Okay, so Naomi was talking about different social programs and government programs, and Khan was trying to be like, "Hey, let's be careful with the word socialism," and everybody was like, "Oh, it's just people don't know what socialism means," and they kind of went off the rails. I just want to clarify, none of us here wants America to be a socialist country. What we were trying to say is not every government program is socialism. Like, there are government programs that still fit in line with democracy, with capitalism, but can be of use to people.
Everyone feels the need to compartmentalize
So to everybody who was PMing me, DMing me that we were socialists, I'm just putting that out there. We're not.
People did that?
No, I'm just kidding. Bro, you know nobody listens to this shit, right, Con?
Actually,
Anyway,
wow. One more thing that I think we should bring back for next season, and I'm now putting this out there for our listeners. By the way, a Brandon Wojnicki,
Yeah.
he said hi.
What's up, B?
So, if you have any of the weird creepers that message you,
smells like Middle Aged Theater.
send us what you have.
Yeah, send us some screenshots.
If you don't want your name used, that's fine. We always pick up different names to do it.
Yeah.
But send
Still
those
being
in
honest.
so that we can keep doing those for you. I think, and that's something, I think that was one of the underrated things we had this season that we didn't get to do a lot in.
Yeah.
Because the last one we did, I think, is the one when I threw the papers in the air because we got so into it.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
I think that was the hilarious thing
Yeah, it was great.
I have
think we should do it.
officially blocked the guy that.
you talked about. How many episodes ago was that?
That's fine. We're not going to use him. Like, fuck
yeah,
that guy.
no.
Why?
You know, I'm
New
not.
guys.
I'm
New guy.
I'm
Because
not.
he got a. She didn't do it right. We'll have to teach her. We'll have to teach her.
Yeah, he
She
was
started feeling sorry for him. Like, well, you
I
know,
am
like
not
I'm taken,
fishing.
but I might have a friend.
Naomi.
No, that's not how it goes, Naomi. You're supposed to
I did
embarrass the
not
shit out of him
say
until he
that.
blocks you.
I
I know.
y'all, I just feel so bad for these guys. Don't.
It's okay.
Why are you DMing strangers? Don't do it. Just don't
This
do it.
is how we encourage them not to do it with Smells Like Middle Aged Theater. So yeah, I agree with that. Let's bring that back in season 4. Season 4 is going to be great.
It's gonna be huge.
I promise this episode is going to be 30
Huge.
minutes. We've been doing this
Huge.
for an hour.
Huge.
Huge. But like I said, thank you to all the sponsors. I don't think I got finished. Angie of Golden Touch Events.
Yep, you did.
And I did that. Okay,
You did that
Okay,
one.
okay. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned her.
I feel like we're missing at least one though.
No, I got them all.
Okay.
I got them.
Did
all.
you do Myriad Mobile?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brian Wells. And thank you to Poet Lady Keisha.
Ah.
Thank you so much for being a part of
Absolutely.
this season, man. It was phenomenal. You killed it on the finale.
What I think she needs
That was
to
like
do,
the exclamation point at the end of the season.
what she needs to do, and I don't know if she's going to listen to this. You could probably text her after the show. If she could put those on Spotify, iTunes,
She
whatever.
gave me permission to put them on our stuff, so we're gonna release that in the off season.
So that is some of the coolest and thought.
Because some people might not have
ones.
stuck around to hear it, and
We
I
need
want
those clips.
I want everybody
just
to be-
separate clips.
yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna put those on our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere that we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put those on there separately.
Because I remember I don't remember which one it was. Something about, I know it's going to sound bad out of context, but it's the one about being on the knees.
Her husband, my
Yeah.
husband.
And I was just like, wow, this is it's pretty graphic. And then it just, the flip, and I was like,
I know.
all right.
I know.
Oh, she's talking about praying.
That one kind of
got it.
it blew my mind. I loved it. She's so eloquent with
She's good.
her words.
And I
like,
love that style. It's like slam poetry.
She is an
Yeah, for
absolute
sure, for
wordsmith. I love it.
So, I mean, look at the family and the crew we have already, and we just want it to get bigger. So, thank everybody. If you're, like I said, if you're tuning into this, thank you. If you guys enjoyed season 3, if you missed some episodes, man, go back and listen to them. They're great. They're wonderful. You're gonna enjoy them. I promise. And do your friends a favor. Tell them about the Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit podcast.
Yep.
You can go to smellslikemiddleagedspiritpodcast.com. You can stream the show directly from the website, or just scroll down and there's links to all of the platforms that you can listen to us on. There's even a link for the tip jar there. That's another place you can leave us a tip if you want to. So, and the Spirit Swag store is open. Don't forget, for the rest of this month, you get 10%. Yes. You want me to tell them what the?
No, we already did it for you. You're good.
But I was okay.
Just the tip.
Yeah, or you can just go to bit.ly/justthetiptx and leave us a tip there.
And you said 10% off of the store for the rest of
Yes.
October.
I was in the middle of saying that. wasn't
Okay,
I?
did you want to say that again?
10% off of the Caitlin Strong collection for the rest of October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and all of those proceeds go to Universal Agape Love.
I gotta download the whole collection. I mean, I gotta download. I gotta buy the whole collection so I can have it.
Yeah, man, there's some
add
good
that.
stuff in there. Don't buy the women's shirt. Maybe buy that for Kay, because that wouldn't look good on you.
What if
But
What if? Are you assuming
he
what I
could
want to
pull it
wear,
off.
Nick?
Okay, we're about to start season 4 right now. Let's not do that. Like I said, thank you guys again. For the last time for this season, I'm gonna get us out of here. From a boy, the best producer in podcasting, Joshua Beard.
What to do?
I am Nick Stevenson.
And I am Naomi Richardson. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
You've been listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. For more show content, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to visit SpiritSwagStore.com for everything you need to rep your favorite podcast in style.